Yo, what it is, everybody? Thanks for tuning back into another episode here on the Speed Bug channel. It's been a minute here since I went ahead and created a video, and I'll just fill you in on a little bit. Still have all of the toys. Nothing is gone. We got Pikachu here and the Trans Am over there, hiding behind it in the cover. We still have the ZL1. We also still have the, obviously the truck, Wanda, and the two Jigsters here, and of course the Grommet, and then of course, nonetheless, Snow White. And filming this video here on Saturday. You're probably watching it either late Saturday or Sunday. And we were definitely supposed to go to Bradenton Motorsports on Sunday there to start going ahead and race. The racetrack has finally opened. And fantastic, great. I think it's the best track, hands down, 100% in Florida. They're not slow. The prep is always good, no matter, even with the street tires, they know how to redo the prep, and then when stuff breaks or anything like that, they're on it like that, as opposed to some other tracks. It's just, but by God, just awful. But unless you have like a private rental or something, but whatever, that's beyond the point. So we're not obviously going to Bradenton tomorrow, simply because partial a little bit due to the corona shit, but it is middle of May. And for the ones that don't know, the middle of May, and it's not as bad in September, but in the middle of May, it's love bug season. Now, I'm sure we've all heard of the term love bug, this, that, but they swarm and hang out in the center parts, in the hot areas and fields in Florida. When you drive, they destroy your vehicle. Now, because it gets hot and humid and stuff, they're going to be out, and they're going to hit the front of my truck and stuff like that. And my truck is nice and new, and I don't care if bugs hit it and stuff like that. It's a truck. You're supposed to drive it, this, that, whatever. But it is so bad to the point that it destroys your windshield. Like after, a couple hours of driving, and I'm 3 hours away from Bradenton. After a couple hours of driving, you can't even see through your windshield. It's all over your headlights, all over your grill. Everything gets inside of, in the diesel, inside of your intercooler and your AC condenser, all of that. And it's a pain in the ass to just do nothing but get out, and then they stick to it. And then, of course, as it gets hot out here in Florida, then, well, if you don't know, the love bug's blood is acidic, and then it sticks to the paint, and then it just makes the bitch to really get off. Second is that my trailer is actually taller than my truck. Not by much, but a little bit. But it still has, it's a V-nose, so it helps go through the wind, but it still has some flat panels. And going through the wind at 75, 80 miles an hour, these love bugs don't stand a chance. And the last thing that's going to go through their head is their ass before it goes on my trailer. And their ass print is going to leave it all over my trailer, and it's just going to be nothing but a pain in the ass to get off. Even when you pressure wash them and stuff like that, yeah, you soak them. You do the whole dryer sheet thing and stuff like that. Absolutely. I've gotten the bugs all over the trailer and stuff like that. But then sitting at a truck stop or anything to go through the truck and trailer because, it's like 55 feet long and you're sitting there for 2 hours to try and get everything done. I just really don't feel like doing it and sitting there scrubbing the front of the truck and the front of the trailer because of the love bug season. So what I've decided to do is, it really sucks now that shit is starting to really reopen, is just going to actually have to hold off. It sucks, but you know what? I ain't been racing this long, and got a couple runs in here on the bike, put some smackdowns on it and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter if even if I take, Pikachu or the Trans Am or anything and just drive one of the cars there. It doesn't matter. The whole front of the car is literally going to be absolutely destroyed, and that's exactly why we're not going. So I was hoping to have some really good content and footage for y'all. I know a lot of you that watch the channel enjoy the auto aspect of the drag racing and stuff that I do, but for now we'll have to stay to more of a dense and populated area, and that way it's all the love bugs don't hang out. And for the ones that don't know how bad it is, just Google love bugs inside of Florida, and you guys will see how bad it gets when you get into like the Everglades and stuff like that, when there's nothing out there just for them to just sit out there and mate and just do nothing but destroy your vehicle as you drive through them. And it's hundreds and millions of them, and then after, May or so, they go away. But they come here, and it's just part of living in Florida. So Quick update on that, but everything is all good with the cars. Nothing is broken, and you know, just doing some other modifications and stuff like that to make some of them a little bit more street drivable and stuff like that, like with the Trans Am, you know, doing the stereos and stuff like that. But that's just all for street driving, as I want to take the car out for a little bit of cruise and stuff like that. Pikachu is freaking awesome. Nothing broken ever since I put that new air dam on it. You know, Pikachu's been 212 now, and without one absolute hiccup. So I can't be more proud of this thing and be more proud of Pikachu in itself. And it's good. The C8 that you guys still see over there, I have not reordered mine, given all of this COVID-19 stuff. Again, that is another useless car, just like pretty much all my cars except for the truck. And again, you know, the prices are eventually going to go down. Think about all the people that did lose their jobs and don't have money, that had C7s and this, that they got to keep their mortgages and stuff like that. Trust me, all of the pre-orders, and trust me, once GM ramps up production and stuff on this again, there will be rebates and stuff like that. And for the ones that said I was crazy and I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, okay, well, that's exactly why I already have the 2 Corvettes and everything else, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's beyond the point, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Smart money don't make money. It spends money, right? Okay. The Snow White, she's doing absolutely good. No questions and no issues or anything on that at the moment. No plans to really make it any faster with more power. But I do have a rim and tire change coming to it, but no 15-inch conversion. I will not do that. But we'll see. What I'm going to burn through the current slicks that I currently have on it first before we make any of those changes. Trans Am kind of stagnating here on the back, getting my rear end in, getting kind of impatient with that, but we'll see. Hopefully that goes in the next week or so. And the ZL1 is still here. I have absolutely not modified that car at all yet. Just given all of this stuff, you never know what's going to happen. Me having another 1,000 horsepower car, you know, you get a little older, you get a little wiser. It really isn't going to make or break me, especially when I already have 2 of them. All it's going to do is cost me more money, more maintenance, and drink more gas, which is what I love to do and everything. It's fun, but it's not a necessity right now. And I don't know what tomorrow's necessarily going to bring. Well, none of us ever do, but given all of this other stuff, you know, wait a little bit to see if it pans out. You know, a new pair of headers and a supercharger really isn't going to make or break me in my life right now. So that's just, you know, the older, wiser person in you talking. Maybe if it was my only car or something like that, okay. But it's not, so I'm really not that worried about it. And since everything is closed, but even though stuff in Florida is starting to reopen, everything's closed. Yeah, the roads are open and stuff like that. Everything's, you know, around, and you can go drive around and be free. But hell, you can only drive around and go fast for so long until you just get bored. And even though you know, whether you're stationed from home or still kind of have to go into the office, and then you get off work and then you're like, okay, I'm going to go do something. Well, what the hell are you going to do? Everything's closed. So you feel captive and you got nowhere to go and no place to be. So catch up on everything around the house, clean up everything, do all of the stuff that you always say, I don't have enough time in the day because I'm never home to do. Everything is done. Everything's in tip-top shape. So when everything does start to reopen back up, not just here in the state of Florida, in all of the other 50 states, we can get back to kind of living, you know, a little bit more of a normal lifestyle. Things I think will be all right. You know, I really do. And a lot of other things, and people are going to have a lot more respect and effort. But of course, it'll all dwindle back down. That's the human race. That's the human nature. But that's all pretty much it. Update on the bikes and the Groms. Again, all the performance mods and stuff like that really have been put on hold. You know, just again, trying to be smart. Grom is still good. I think I need to do oil change on this Joker, but I'll wait on that. That's actually been my primary piece of transportation at the moment, because I just kind of zip in and out of everywhere. The Gixxer 600, absolutely flawless with all of the mods that I have on here. Chain is good, sprockets are good. Eventually, once these tires were out, you know, they're just Bridgestone battle axes. They suck, but You get a lot of miles out of them on the street, but we'll end up putting some Dunlops or something like that on here. And GSXR 1000, ever since the retune and everything like that, according with as well with this one, but the retune on the 1000R, nothing but money, and it really does help to scream a little bit more up top, and everything is good, so no issues or anything as well with that bike. And that's pretty much it. So that's gonna wrap it up here for today's video. Here's the garage update. Hope y'all liked what you saw. Facebook, Instagram at the Speedbug, same name. Here's YouTube. Peace out, y'all.